Okay, so with this weed whacker here, I went and took off the engine, and this is the engine. Now we're gonna look at each individual part because I just found out a lot about this. So we're gonna visually look at everything here, and you can see that there is a lot of son of a bitch and garbage on this motherfucker. So this has definitely been sitting around for a while. Believe it or not, which I did not believe, but the piston itself is like brand spanking new. It spins freely. Like you see that? It just goes up and down like a regular, like it's brand new. When you look at the other components, the carburetor right there, and the muffler, everything is dirty. Gas tank. So let's look at the carburetor. This here tells me that there is a lot of water damage to it. It's been sitting outside for a while. Now for the piston to be in good condition, that might tell me that the insides are also in good condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this carburetor apart. I'm going to replace the gaskets, the primer bulb. The primer bulb is on top. If I press it down, I cannot press it down. I am seriously struggling to press it down. It's like so stiff. That primer bulb is so stiff that I cannot get it down. So when I look at this, I'm going to work on that. It's this muffler exhaust part here. There's a lot of gunk in there too. I'm going to clean the muffler out. So when it comes to the piston here, I'm going to try spin it for you. See how it spins nice and freely like that? That tells me that when I look inside the piston, there was no scoring at all on the inside of the cylinder. But when you look into here, there's like all that white garbagey shit. So I'm going to take out that fucking garbagey shit. And I'm going to assume that there is nothing wrong with the piston rings. So I'm going to take the piston out, clean the top of it. And then I'm going to clean everything all around here. Flush all this fucking shit out. So here we go. I just figured out a way to clean out the inside of this gas tank. When you look in there, like I did, there is so much son of a bitch and gunk on there that it just was not gonna do anything. So the way that I figured out how to clean this up, instead of using a long brush, I'm gonna take these little bits in here, I'm gonna put them into the friggin' gas tank. Just like that. All of them. Then I'm going to close the friggin' thing up, and then just like a baby rattle, I'm going to shake the shit out of it, and then that's going to clean out the gas tank. I thought of this just now, just like a that's going to clear out all the gunk, garbage that is in there. Okay, so now I'm going to pour out the contents of that out onto right here. And we're going to look at it. So, see all the gunk is now on all those bits. And when you look inside here, it is somewhat free and clear. I'm pretty sure if I was to take some cleaner, spray it into there. Oh, this is brake cleaner from Canadian Tire. I'm gonna put that into there. I'm gonna shake the shit out of it some more. Give it a good rinse. Now I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna dump it onto this nice clean spot right on the towel here. Now we're gonna look inside. So you can see that there is not as much gunk that is inside the gas tank. However, it just makes it a lot easier now to clean it with everything else. So I just wanted to show everybody. That'll be all. Okay, so this is the carburetor that I just cleaned out, and there is a way that you can check your carburetor to see if it is working. Technically what happens is the gas comes in through this line and leaves through this line. So before you put your carburetor in, you're going to need to check that. And one of the ways that I just checked it just now is by having rum and coke. So I put one end into my drink and then I press the primer bulb. As you can see, the rum comes in and then it leaves. Now if I keep pressing it, see that? It's going out. So when you have a carburetor, it's supposed to be a continuous line coming in. And when you press the primer bulb, it returns. So if you see this happening when you're pressing the primer bulb, that means your carburetor is functioning normally. If you want to flush your carburetor out, take it out of the gas and then press it and keep pressing it until there is nothing else coming out. So right there, you are flushing out the carburetor. So now that I got this flushed out with rum, I will put this back together in the weed whacker, and then I will press the primer bulb, and the gasoline will now flow through exactly as it just did just now. So that is one way that you can check your carburetor and your weed whacker. Alright, so on this one, on this weed whacker here, I got the small engine all tuned up. Believe it or not, the way that this thing is built is the friggin' stupid primer bulb actually is underneath. And I couldn't figure out why. And it has to be like that. In order for this to run, that's how it has to be, because of the friggin' way the air comes from through the filter, goes into the piston cylinder. It has to be upside down. There's no two ways about it. And I looked at it, and this is the way that it's supposed to look. I thought that was the stupidest thing ever. Even if I was to like flip it like that, it still would not work, because the fuel lines would not make sense because of how this thing is built. So anyhow, when you look at the engine here, I got everything all cleaned up. There's no garbage, there's no nothing in here. I went and cleaned up the spark plug. The gas tank is now clean. I don't know if you can see this too well, but I cleaned it up pretty well. Now the next part for me to get this going is the shaft. So now I'm going to clean that out, take that apart, take this apart, the handle, take this head off. This head is not spinning at all whatsoever. So now I gotta work on the shaft parts to get that all mobilized, and then I put this together. I put the gas in it, and then I fire it up to see if it works and starts and runs. And if it does, then I'm going to have to do the exact same thing on this one here, which I am also looking forward to. So that's it for now. I just had a huge success in getting this thing started up. So, as I was trying to do on my cell phone when it cut out on me, the primer bulb on this is upside down, but even when I pushed it, there was a solid fluid stream coming through the inline from the filter, and the return line right here went directly down. There's no air bubbles whatsoever when I pressed that fuel line, and I just had it fired up, running perfectly just a few seconds ago before I turned this video on, and it idled wonderfully. So this unit now works 100%, and that is a success for me. So I wish I could start it up for you, but I freaking gotta get my cameras on videos all organized. Frig, I am so ecstatic right now. So I just found that this is all marked wrong. Somehow this is a different type of carburetor for this weed whacker, and everything is all backwards on this. So I just want to let everybody know that I got this running.